Hello and welcome to the Marketing Research today's lecture. My name is Yasir and today we will discuss Learning Outcome 3. Today's topic is how to select and plan effective marketing research aligning with Learning Outcome 3 of our curriculum. This knowledge is essential for anyone aiming to excel in the competitive fields of business, marketing, and management. If anyone is there, can you guys see my screen? Can you hear my voice? Please do let me know if there is any issue. Okay, so let's get started. Indicative content. Setting marketing research objectives, we will begin by understanding the importance of setting clear and tangible marketing research objectives, utilizing the SMART criteria, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We will learn how to formulate objectives that guide the research process effectively. Clear objectives are the cornerstone of any successful research project, providing direction and purpose. Also, market research plans. We will dive into components of a comprehensive market research plans. This involves outlining the steps and strategies necessary to achieve our research objectives. A well-structured plan serves as a roadmap, ensuring that all aspects of the research are methodically addressed. Planning market research. Planning market research involves several critical stages. We will explore problem definitions, identifying and articulating the research problem or questions, then creating a strategy of address the research problem, including hypothesis and theoretical framework. Then research design formulation, determining the methodology, whether qualitative, quantitative, or of a mix or both. Time constraints, limited time available to complete the research. Competition, the competitive environment affecting the scope and approach of research, finance implications of market research, for example, research budget. So, developing and managing a research budget is essential to ensure the project is economically viable. We will explore how to allocate resources efficiently and make cost-effective decisions. Any questions so far, if anyone is there? Okay, select an appropriate market research project and explain the reasons for selection. Selecting an appropriate market research project is essential for achieving an organization's objectives and strategic goals. Various reasons can drive the selection of a particular research project, each addressing specific needs and opportunities. So addressing a specific business problems or opportunity, one primary reason for selecting a market research project is to address a particular business problem or capitalize on a new opportunity. For instance, Uh, and organizations might face declining sales in a particular product line and need to understand the underlying causes. Alternatively, there may be an emerging market opportunity that requires detailed analysis to determine its viability uh, in both scenarios. Targeted market uh, alternative there may be an emerging market opportunities that requires detailed analysis to determine its viability in both scenarios. uh, Targeted market research can provide valuable insight to guide decision making and strategic planning. Filling knowledge gaps about customer preference, market trends, or competitors. Uh, Market research is also selected to fill knowledge gaps about customer preferences, market trends, or competitors. Organizations often lack comprehensive understanding in these areas, which can hinder their ability to make informed decisions. By conducting research, companies can gather essential data on consumer behaviors, preferences, and attitudes, as well as track market trends and competitor activities. Uh, this information is important for staying competitive and responsive to market dynamics. Supporting strategic decision making, such as launching a new product or entering a new market, relies heavily on accurate and relevant data. Market research provides the necessary information to evaluate the potential success of new initiatives. It helps organizations understand the market landscape, identify targets, audience, and develop strategies that align with consumer needs and market conditions. So this reduces the risk associated with strategic decisions and increases the likelihood of success, improving customer satisfactions and loyalty. Uh, Market research projects are often selected to enhance customer satisfactions and loyalty. Understanding customers' experiences, expectations, and plan points allows organizations to make improvement that directly impact customer retentions. Research can reveal insight into what enables companies to refine their products, services, and customer services practices to better meet customer needs and foster long-term relationships. Then enhancing the effectiveness of marketing strategies and campaigns. Market research supports the enhancement of marketing strategies and campaigns by understanding the effectiveness of current marketing efforts and identifying areas of improvement. Organizations can optimize their campaigns to achieve better results. Research can provide insights into the most effective channels, messages, and tactics for reaching and engaging target audience. So this leads to more efficient use of marketing resources and improved return on investment. Uh, any questions so far? Any question if anyone's there? Okay, next is explain the benefit of setting clear market research objectives. Setting clear market research objectives is important for ensuring the success and effectiveness of research efforts. These objectives provide several key benefits that contribute to the overall quality and impact of the research focus. Clear objectives help define the scope of the research and focus efforts on relevant areas. This ensures that the research addresses specific questions and issues that are important to the organizations. By narrowing the focus, researchers can concentrate their efforts and resources on collecting and analyzing data that is most pertinent to the research goals. Then alignment, clear objectives ensures that the research aligns with organizational goals and priorities. When objectives are well defined, the research is more likely to produce findings that are relevant and useful for decision making. So this alignment helps ensures that the research contributes to the overall strategic direction uh, of the organization and support its long-term objectives measurements. Objective facilitate the measurement of research outcomes and the evaluation of success by setting specific measures objectives. Organizations can assess whether the research has achieved its intended goals. This allows for a more objective evaluation of the research process and its outcomes, helping to determine the effectiveness of the research and identify areas of improvement. When we talk about efficiency, well-defined objectives help streamline the research process and allocate resources effectively. When the objectives are clear, researchers can develop a focused research plan that outlines the necessary steps and methodologies. This improves the efficiency of the research process by reducing unnecessary activities and ensuring that resources are used in the most effective way possible. Finally, communication, the purpose, objective communicate the purpose and expected outcomes of the research to stakeholders, enhancing understanding and support. Clear objectives provide a common framework for all stakeholders involved in the research, including researchers, decision makings, and participants. This helps ensures that everyone is on the same page and that the research efforts are understood and supported by all relevant parties. Any questions so far? Yeah. Settling effective market research objectives is important, guiding the research process and ensuring that it yields valuable and actionable insights. Market research objectives should adhere to the SMART criteria, meaning they should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and specific and time bound. A specific objective should clearly define what the research aims to achieve. For example, to understand customer preferences and purchasing behavior is specific geographic region, specific the exact focus of the research, making it easier to design a study that addresses the particular aspect. Measurable objective should uh, include criteria of measuring progress and success. For instance, to evaluate the effectiveness of current marketing campaign in reaching targets demographics implies that specific metrics such as engagement rates or sales figures will be used to gauge effectiveness. Then achievable objectives should be realistic and attainable, gain the available resources and constraints. For example, to assess the market potential for a new product to or service offering achievable if the organization has access to relevant market data and analyze tools. Relevant objectives should align with the broader goals of the organization. For example, to identify key competitors and assess their strengths and weaknesses is relevant if the organization's aim to position itself strategically within the competitive landscape. Uh, Time bound objectives should have a defined time frame for completion, for example, to determine the optimal pricing strategy for a product or service within the next 6 months provides a clear deadline which helps in planning and prioritizing research activities. By setting smart objectives, organizations can ensure that their market research efforts are focused, systematic, and capable of delivering meaningful results. Any questions so far? So, identifying research methods, choosing the appropriate research methods is vital for gathering accurate and relevant data that aligns with the research objectives. So, the selection of methods depends on various factors, including the nature of the research objectives, available resources, and the target audience or a audience. So, next is surveys. Uh, involves administering a questionnaire to a large sample of respondents. So these can be conducted online via phone or in a person. Surveys are particularly useful for collecting quantitative data and can provide insight into customer preferences, behavior, and attitudes. For example, a survey might be used to measure customer satisfaction with a particular product or service interviews or services. Interviews, uh, in-depth conversations with individuals or focus groups. This method is effective for gathering qualitative insights and understanding the underlying reasons behind consumer behavior and attitudes. For example, interviews can explore how customers perceive a brand and what factors influence their purchasing decisions. Then, observational studies involves directly observing customers consumer behavior in real world or simulated environments. This method helps in understanding actual purchasing patterns and behaviors. For example, a retailer might conduct an observational study to see how customers interact with products in a store. Then secondary research involves analyzing existing data, reports, and literature. So this method is useful for gathering background information and insights without conducting primary data collection. For example, a company might analyze industry reports to understand market trends and competitive dynamics. Each research method has its strengths and limitations, and often a combination of methods is used to obtain a comprehensive understanding of the research topic. So, identify the target market for chosen research given reason for the choice. Identifying the target market for research is essential to ensure that the findings are relevant and actionable. The target market should be selected based on several key factors, including demographics, psychographics, geographics, locations, and behavior. Market potential: the chosen target market should have sufficient size and growth potential to justify the research effort. For example, targeting a rapidly growing demographic segment can provide valuable insights for expanding market research and increasing sale. Relevance, uh, the target market should be relevant to the research objectives and organization's strategic priorities. For example, if the research aims to understand young adults' preferences for digital products, the target market should focus on this age group. Accessibility, the target market should be accessible for data collection through surveys, interviews, or other research methods. Accessibility ensures that the research can be conducted efficiently and effectively. For example, if online surveys are planned, the target market should have a high level of internet usage. Then is a strategic alignment. The target market should align with the organization's long-term goals and objectives. The alignment ensures that the research findings will contribute to strategic decision making. For example, if a company plans to launch a new product line for uh, eco-conscious consumers, the target market should include individuals who prioritize sustainability. So, by carefully identifying the target market, uh, target market organizations can ensure that their research efforts are focused on the most relevant uh, and promising segments, thereby maximizing the value of the insights gained. So, in conclusion, or by carefully considering these factors, organization can select an appropriate market research product, set clear objectives, choose relevant methods of research, and identify the target market to guide the research process effectively. Uh, Prepare a market research plan for the chosen market research, including industry research. Market research plan is essential for ensuring the success and effectiveness of the chosen market research project. A well-structured plan provides a roadmap uh, for conducting the research and organizing the findings. Uh, Here we will discuss that how you can structure a market research plan, including industry research. So, uh, the introduction sections provides an overview of the market research project, including its objectives, scopes, and significance. It introduces the industry or market research being studied and outlines the specific research questions or hypotheses to be addressed. And background and uh, context. This section provide background information on the industry, including its size, growth trends, key players, and competitive landscape. It summarizes relevant industry reports, market analysis, and secondary research finding to provide context for the research. Research objectives. Uh, 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 when we talk about research objectives, the specific objectives of the market research uh, projects are clearly defined. Uh, Defined, these objectives are aligned with the broader organizational goals and priorities. It is essential to ensure that research objectives are smart. As we explained above, SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant and time bound. So, to guide the research process effectively, Developing a well-structured market research plan helps ensures that research is conducted systematically and that the findings are relevant and actionables. It provides a framework for organizing and analyzing data and communicating the results to stakeholders effectively. Uh, any questions so far? Okay. So methodology, uh, the methodology section of a market research plan outlines the research methods and techniques to be used along with the rationale of their selections. It specifies whether the research will involve primary data collection such as surveys, interviews, or observations, or secondary data analysis such as literature review or industry reports. Additionally, it details the sampling approach, sample size, data collection instruments, and data analysis techniques to be employed. Next is the data collections. This selection describes the process for data collection, including the timeline, resources required, and potential changes. It provides a detailed plan for reaching out to target respondents, conducting interviews or surveys, and collecting relevant data points. Industry research and data analysis. Industry research in the industry research section, a through analysis of the industry is conducted, focusing on key trends, drivers, and challenges affecting market dynamics, market segments, customers, demographics, buying behavior, and competitive positioning within the industries are identified. Furthermore, industry benchmark, performance metrics, and best practices are analyzed to inform strategic decision making. Data data analysis section outline the process for data analysis, including data clearing, coding, and statistical analysis techniques. It specifies the software tools or platform to be used for data analysis and visualizations. Additionally, it describes how the research finding will be interpreted and synthesized to draw actionable insights and conclusions. Reporting and presentations. In the reporting and presentation section, the format and structures of the research reports are defined, including key sections, heading, and visual aids. The ideas of the research finding is determined, and the presentation is tailored accordingly, whether it to be executives, the marketing teams, or stakeholders. Moreover, plans for presenting the research finding is a clear, concise, and compelling manner are outlined, emphasizing actionable recommendations and strategic implications. Timeline and budget. These sections develop a realistic timeline for each phase of the research project, from planning and data collections to analysis and reports. It estimates the budget required for conducting the research, including costs associated with data collections, analysis, software tools, and personnel. A well-defined timelines and budget ensures the efficient execution of the research projects within resource constraints. Risk management involves identifying potential risk and challenges that may arise during the research process, such as limitation in data collection, sample bias, or resource constraints. Contingency plans and mitigation strategies are developed to address these risks and ensure the successful completion of the research project. By proactively addressing potential challenges, organizations can minimize disruptions and optimize the research outcomes. Ethical considerations are important uh, in market research to ensure data privacy, confidentiality, informed consent, and to address potential conflicts of interest. It is essential to discuss and adhere to relevant ethical guidelines, industry standards, and regulatory requirements throughout the research process. By upholding ethical standards, organizations demonstrate integrity and respect for participants' rights, enhancing trust and credibility in research findings. Uh, Again, conclusion. In this conclusion, the key components of the market research plan are summarized, reaffirming framing its importance in achieving the research objectives, the potential impact of the research finding on organizational decision making, strategy formulations, and market positioning is by highlighted by emphasizing the significance of the research plans and implications. Stakeholders are reminded of the value of throughout market research in driving business success. uh, so by following the steps outlined in the market these steps and creating a comprehensive market research plans, organizations can effectively gather insights and inform decisions and stay competitive in their industry. So basically, following the steps outlined in the market research plan and creating a comprehensive strategy, organizations can effectively gather insights, make informed decisions, and maintain competitiveness in their industry. A well-executed market research plan serves as a roadmap for organization to navigate market dynamics, identify opportunities, and address challenges, ultimately contributing to their long-term growth and success. That's it for today, guys. Uh, some references here, and also uh, you can visit your Moodle. There will be books and journals will be available there. So any questions, concerns, or issues, you can drop me an email at yasir at ukversity.co.uk, and uh, hopefully for our next session, I'll see you uh, next Saturday and Sunday. There are two sessions. So 10 o'clock Saturday and 10 o'clock Sunday. So thank you very much by then. So I'll see you next Saturday at 10 o'clock. Have a good weekend ahead, and bye everyone for now.